So two of my biggest art inspirations in high school were a YouTube animator named Domix and a freelance illustrator on Instagram by the name of Birdie. Now, some of you may already be familiar with them given their size and previous body of work, but this video is actually about a different third artist named Haru. They might have a bit of a slightly smaller audience, but this story is about him because it has the most stupid shit in it that I think is funny. So anyways, this is the story of my biggest art inspiration in high school. Hey, so do you think it'd be considered doing too much if I had a second intro? Honestly, yeah, that seems really unnecessary. So in early high school, I used to follow this artist on Tumblr named Haru, and he had around 2,000 followers or so, keeping in mind that this was before the era of engineered algorithms and vertical content in general. And at the time, his favorite thing to draw was fan art for a series called Kuroko no Basket. If you know, you know, but to me, this was like my high school childhood sports anime.
I mean, I guess, but like the depiction of basketball is just so inaccurate, and like, I'm not the biggest fan. Shut up! Look at this crossover.
You're gonna tell me to my face that, oh, I don't like watching this. Shut up! And coincidentally, we had the same favorite character, my dog Aomine Daiki. So throughout my high school years, Haru would post every so often, and every time I was just blown away. They drew Aomine, Akashi, Kisei, like my favorite characters from Kuroko, and also characters outside of Kuroko as well. Steven Stone from Pokemon Ruby, Akira Hayama from Food Wars. How is this guy hitting every micro niche I've ever had? Like, get your own personality, bro. Nah, I'm just playing because I would make their art my lock screen. I would try to replicate their art style, specifically how they painted skin. I was like 14. This was the first time I'd ever seen anybody color shadows with purples and reds, and I remember the feeling of wanting to be able to replicate Haru's vivid painting style. They also drew them in these cool alternate universes like the Mafia, F1 drivers, school delinquents, American football, Pokemon trainers, and this just blew 15-year-old me's mind because this was the moment of finding that one artist who draws exactly what you've imagined in your head, what you've wanted to draw, but the difference is they've made it real and beautiful while you're still trying to figure out, but that's a part of the journey. Anyways, on top of that, they also just drew funny shit. This one other time, they also did like a, guys, does anyone else think that the 3DM gear from Attack on Titan looks like toasters? I made it real. So at this point, you know, I would consider myself to be a fan. Like, I would be at school and then on the way home. I remember being excited to check if Haru had posted anything new. It was to that degree. That being said, it wasn't just their art that made me think, oh, hell yeah, this guy's cool. You know how usually artists or people in general try to maintain a theme or visual aesthetic? No, this dude would just post art, then boom, repost of an out of context clip of the 4Kids English dub of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I bet you can't catch me, Dad.
It's Noah. Nice outfit, dork.
By the way, some context. This character Kaiba is is making fun of a dead orphan's outfit. Back on topic, yeah, so he reposted funny things, but you know what else he would repost? Aesthetic collages of cute girls. Typical male behavior, perhaps, but you know, K-pop idols, street fashion, but amongst these, my favorite genre had to be low quality, grainy webcam selfie. It just doesn't get better than this. I gotta put it in the S tier.
Since when have we been making a tier list? Where did you get that?
Haru was just, he was just truly a man's man. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. He also had this funny like gap or irony in his personality. So imagine his feed, right? It's just this timeline of cool artwork, you know, shit posting, a gallery of sports anime characters he's drawn. What does his bio say? Yellow! was like, this guy is just cool. Reposts funny things, an impeccable curator, nonchalant attitude, okay? And he was 6'3" and ended up going Division I in college basketball.
Wait, how do you know that? Oh, I don't, actually. I guessed.
I follow the logic of, well, if his favorite character is 6'3", then he must also be 6'3" and good at basketball and athletic and handsome. Pause.
That's not how that works. Also, did you say handsome?
Shut up. My brain was still developing. 6'3" or not though, unironically, Haru had this very interesting impact on my art career in the early high school period of my life. Now, I made the jokes earlier about micro niche interests, but the thing is, because I actually did look up to Haru, / thought he was a cool guy, it reaffirmed to me that the things that I was into were actually cool. Guy math. Cool guy like thing. Therefore, thing is cool. It sort of erased that fear that I had of my hobbies making me stick out in a crowd that I otherwise wanted to fit into. Having a cool person that has the same hobbies as you is important, okay? Otherwise, your hobbies just make you feel like an out-of-place little weird freak who might get bullied for being different. Anyways, now moving forward a couple of years, I am now in my first year of university, and along the way, I sort of just stopped using Tumblr, and as a result, my days of being a Haru fanboy and supporter had come to an end without me even knowing. Until one day, while mindlessly scrolling on Twitter years later, I see a familiar art style. Easiest follow of my life, and there I was, back to silently supporting my dog Haru's art. All was right in the world. Anyways, one day, Haru shares this photo with the caption, "New outfit though." And at this point, I realized to myself, I don't know what Haru looks like. I've been following this dude's art for like 3 or 4 years. It was never a thought that really crossed my mind. That being said, it must be hard finding clothes when you're 6'3". Wait, this is a beautiful woman.
Who is this?
Haru was not a man, everybody.
Guys, you have to act more surprised because you're making me feel dumb.
Listen, I'm making a joke out of this, but I was genuinely shocked. I've never been so... This wasn't really like a negative emotion, but I've never been so disappointed maybe in seeing a cute girl, I guess. Like this would be the equivalent of, oh my God, I can't believe I won this raffle to meet LeBron James in person.
Hey, what's up? My name's LeBron James.
You're not LeBron Raymond James Sr. Pfft, you're not even 6'9" with a 7'1/4" wingspan with a 44" vertical. You're just a beautiful woman. I'm going home. All right, guys, let's just go back in time and figure out where I went wrong in this complete failure of a deduction. So yeah. Those aesthetic collages he posted, that was actually just him. Her? I just assumed they were reposts because I had already assumed that Haru was an athletic, tall, and handsome man, Related to that, I didn't know that the demographic that dominated sports, anime discussion, and fan art on the internet was women. Like, I was so new to liking anime at the time, I was like, oh yeah, boys like sports, so only boys watch sports anime. It makes perfect sense. Therefore, anytime I see fan art of sports anime on the internet, it's created by a man. Obviously. Do you know how blasphemous of a sentence this is? The truth is, guys, artists draw what they're thirsty for. Remember that. That is biblical fact. I might have said too much. Moving on. Also, Haru. Their name was actually, Hyewon. They were Korean. I'm just an idiot. Yeah, so their bio was funny because it said, Hyewo. That was their name. I grew up around so few Asian people that I looked at this name and my reaction was... In my defense, the first time I met a Korean person in real life was in university, okay? I'm sorry. I live in the Canadian equivalent of Texas, okay? Please forgive me. Where did Haru come from? Well, that was actually just a part of their username. I just thought it was their name. Turns out that it was taken from this character from an anime called Free. Just a warning, by the way, this anime has nothing to do with swimming. So that was a funny thing to experience. 1 second I'm looking at this outfit check, and the other I'm pondering the truth of reality. 2 quick things to wrap this story up. So number 1, this happened in early university. Fast forward again, a couple of years, I've become a YouTuber, I guess. Anyways, Hyewon, Haru, I'm just gonna keep calling them Haru, guys. Haru and I have become mutuals. So that was pretty cool. Kind of lost my shit a little when they followed me back, but you know. That being said, we've only ever really had brief back and forth interactions, like no extended conversation or anything like that. But there was this one time she was streaming some art that she'd been working on, and I decided to drop by and say hi. Now, to my surprise, she recognized me, which was pretty cool. But after that, she goes, "Oh, chat, you guys should check him out. He makes pretty funny videos." I was stunned. My goat complimenting my art? Now, did I express this unbridled joy outwardly? No, of course not. But did I feel it internally? Of course. Anyways, moving on. And number 2, on the topic of YouTube and becoming internet famous, these are the metrics of a selfie that Haru took. 2 million? 13,000. What are these numbers? Anyways, as I was scrolling through the abyss of thirsty comments, I could only really think to myself, yeah, this is a great photo, but you know what else they've done? They made this really funny drawing of Aomine in 2013 once, and no one here appreciates that. Moral of the story is don't talk to strangers on the internet, okay? The problem is they might end up being beautiful women who have the same micro niche interests as you with cool personalities. So stay safe. And thanks for watching. Oh my god, I'm done? Holy fuck. Holy shit, holy fuck. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the end of the video. Now, before I pathetically beg for you to follow me on social media, please tell me, what did you think of the video? Did you have a favorite joke? Or perhaps, do you have any of your own art inspiration stories? Please let me know in the comments. I have missed reading them. I mean, it's been like 5 years or so. Also, if you want to see behind the scenes content for this video or progress updates on the next video, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And while you're waiting for the next video, I also make skits and streams, so don't miss out on that additional EroldStory content. Yeah, cool. One quick thing before I go to just get sentimental on you and all that stuff. To everybody who has worried about me, wished me well, or even stayed subscribed throughout the literal years of content droughts, and in general, anyone who has just missed my videos or missed hearing from me, thank you. Thank you for giving me the privilege of knowing what it feels like to be missed by so many people, and to be cheered on by so many people. So, yeah.
Sorry, I hope that's not considered glaze.
Jesus, horrible joke, my fault. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.